The votes are in. Last week, we asked you, is Ryder Garnsey's flop celly hype or not? And overwhelmingly, 85% of the people said his celly was hype.
I guess it's like a thing now.
I don't know, it's not my thing. It was another incredible weekend of college lacrosse. Starting it off, we have Syracuse versus Duke in the Dome.
Another game in the Dome and another OT. This time, Ice Cube fed it. This time, Salcido, aka Ice Cube, fed the freshman Jamie Tromboli, who put it away for the Orange.
Tromboli has to have a nickname.
Ready? Go.
Jamie Tromboli, Tromboline Cuisine. And that's where we should stop. But we're not gonna. Scene of the crime, Cry Me a River, the song by Justin Timberlake, Timberland's Boots. Your name's Boots. That's right, Jamie Tromboli is now known as Boots. So if you go to Syracuse game this year, make sure you shout out Boots and also shout out Ice Cube. Shout out Ice Cube and Boots. All right, back to Colin Samir. Bye. See ya in a few minutes.
One more thing about this Syracuse game, the highlights on Syracuse's YouTube channel have the radio broadcast commentary. Listen to this announcer's reaction after every single Syracuse goal.
Nelly, he'll shoot. It's the crease, Voigt. Pass left, Solomon. Wide open catch on the crease, twisting. Stop the side, cracks, fire. It's go, really shoots. And savings.
This guy is hyped. Also, it's really windy out here. Let's get in the car.
The next game we want to talk about also went into OT, Virginia versus Hopkins.
I really thought Virginia had this one.
I was really pulling for Virginia. Sorry, Paul.
Virginia goes up, Hopkins comes back, and Shaq Stanwyck scores the game winner.
Hopkins does it. Shaq Stanwyck, the hero.
Kyle Marr had 6 goals. That's a lot of goals.
That's a lot of goals, and I think he had an assist too.
The most important thing from this game was Ryan Boyle's commentary after DeMario's goal.
And DeMario, sometimes you just gotta let the dragon breathe.
Okay, green light. In the Garden State this weekend, both teams, Rutgers and Princeton, had a tough weekend.
Rutgers went into the weekend ranked #1 and lost to Delaware. Princeton dropped one to Yale. Wait, real quick, also, Princeton kind of pulled off a hidden ball trick.
Let's see what Princeton can do here. Sleight of hand. Goal.
And they're also still going with this retro jersey look, which I think is pretty rad.
I didn't love the orange helmets.
Really? I liked them a lot.
I think black helmets.
Man, I liked them.
Notre Dame played Ohio State, and they handled them pretty well, 12-7. Ohio State, a couple of great goals. Check out this rebound.
Oh, what a play there to score for Ohio State.
Perkovic had a really good game, scoring 3. He had this pretty sick diving goal.
Yeah, not something you usually see Perk do.
No, he's usually just shooting from the outside.
In the rematch of last year's national championship game, Maryland took down UNC 15-7. Matt Rambo scored his 200th career point, and Maryland definitely got revenge on the Tar Heels. Denver played Towson and won by 1.
1 goal. So this weekend in the polls, things are shaking up a bit. At the top, you have Penn State, Notre Dame, and Rutgers. Denver falls out of the top 5.
Some people have Notre Dame as the #1 team, and some people have Penn State. What do you guys think? Penn State or Notre Dame?
Who's #1 in your mind? We put a poll up in the corner, Penn State or Notre Dame.
So before we go any further, I just wanted to say thanks to everyone who checked out Forward last week. Making those kind of bigger documentary style pieces is something that's really fun for us, and it's awesome to see all the positive comments.
There's a lot of work that goes into those videos. We travel all over, we're editing, so it's really great when we finally get to put them out. And again, like Samir said, the feedback was awesome, so thank you.
We'll keep you updated on part 2, and this week we're releasing a behind the scenes from part 1. That's gonna come out on Wednesday. If it's Wednesday or after Wednesday, it's already out. So it's probably linked up here or in the description, or both.
Also, I thought you were gonna say in the beginning, before we go any further, let's move forward.
Oh, wow.
You didn't say it though.
I didn't say it.
Yeah.
That's usually my thing.
You could have said it.
Last week, we got a comment about including more NLL highlights in the Weekly Watch. And this week, we got a great one. Nick Rose, the goalie from the Toronto Rock, scores his 2nd goal of the season. Check this out.
He had one, it's gone! He had one last year! He had one last year, and he does it again! Nick Rose!
He really rose to the occasion.
Oh, you messed it up. Rose to the occasion. Also, check out this goal from Westberg on the Roughnecks.
Westberg, hat-trick goal.
What's up, Wes?
What's up, Birdman?
Bird. The burger.
What's up, Burger King?
Burger King's good.
I don't think we're as good at nicknames as Pat.
I think we gotta leave that to the experts. Our high school recruit spotlight this week comes to us from Lancaster Country Day School in Pennsylvania. Matt Lane, an LSM, who's kind of like an offensive threat.
This first goal is insane. It's from super far out, a bounce shot, top shelf.
He's got takeaway checks, he plays offense, he can clear the ball, and he's got a 4.0 GPA.
If you want to be the high school recruit spotlight, or you want your friend to be the recruit spotlight, send the tape to info@lacrossenetwork.com. Q and A.
Here we go.
Questions and answers from the YouTube comments. We are answering the ones that have the most likes. And we're doing the same thing this week, so comment your questions below.
Q&A from Patrick White. Who are your Final Four predictions right now?
Notre Dame, Virginia, I'm gonna say Ohio State, and Syracuse. I left out Penn State.
Penn State, no Rutgers.
I left out Penn State, and I left out Rutgers.
I'm good with that. This had the most likes from last week. Pat and Brad should give Colin and Samir nicknames. LOL.
How many likes did that have?
93 likes.
So that's what we're gonna do. Pat and Brad, take it away.
Let's start with Colin. Call in and out burger, burger joint, elbow macaroni, bon appetit. Bone. Colin, you are now bone. Now on to Samir. Samir cat and dog. Dog the bounty hunter. Bounty hunter kind of like a Boba Fett. Feta cheese. Samir is now cheese. Colin and Samir are now bone and cheese. Go to Colin and Samir's Instagram right now and comment a bone emoji, comment a cheese emoji. Do that right now in the comment section. Just go crazy. Bone and cheese, bone and cheese, bone and cheese, bone and cheese, bone and cheese. Back to you guys.
Whoa.
All right, so those are our new nicknames.
That's who we are now.
Full transparency, Pat and Brad are filming their segment after we're filming this, so we don't actually know what they chose.
Movie magic. Shout out to Pat. It was his birthday this week. Go follow him on Instagram. From Gavin Trahan. What is your weirdest moment with a fan? Shout out Nyack Lacrosse. Brad signed someone's forehead.
That didn't happen to me, but I was there.
Yeah.
That was the craziest thing I'd ever seen.
MT Bluke. This had 40 likes. Do a scrimmage, Colin and Samir versus Pat and Brad.
Whoa.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I'm so down. I feel like it would probably be like a mini game, like a mini sticks game, right? 2v2 with an all-time goalie. Who wants to be the goalie? From John Augustine. Q&A, when are you guys going on tour like Paul Rabel is? I mean, we've been traveling a lot, so we're kind of on tour.
And we are gonna be at one of the Rabel Tour stops in Boston.
Yes, during Final Four weekend. Me and what in the world? Show more LSM highlights and D-polls going coast to coast. Well, our high school recruit spotlight was an LSM. If you have a goal of a D-poll going coast to coast, send it to us. Those are always fun to watch. Actually, I have a highlight from my high school's game this weekend. Go Harvard Westlake. AMDP2121. I'm a lacrosse girl from the UK, and I really struggle to find lacrosse on TV here. Do you know if there will be any changes to this in the next few years? I think the solution to that is that there's more lacrosse on the internet. I don't know if there's gonna be more lacrosse on TV in the UK, but there's definitely more lacrosse to be watched all over YouTube. Twitter is streaming games. The NLL and Twitter are streaming games together. I'd encourage you to look out and find games wherever they're available.
One channel that I would recommend specifically is gonna be Taylor Cummings' channel. She started doing tons of tutorials and vlogs that I bet you would find interesting.
That was kind of the thing we were trying to solve with TLN. So if you feel like there should be more content, you have an idea for what kind of content that should be, start making videos. We'd love to see them. Riley Harker, this is 20 likes. He says, hype! Hashtag go Irish.
A lot of Notre Dame fans watching the Weekly Watch.
So that's it this week for the Weekly Watch. Make sure to check out Forward behind the scenes when it comes out. Whoa.
So windy.
And leave your questions below. Next week, we will answer the questions with the most likes.
All right, let's go have a catch.
All right, we're gonna have a pass. And now, the high school recruit spotlight.
Oh.
Oh, man. Okay.